pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective. Especially with all the media whirlwind in L.A., Phil Jackson is that guy. He kept things cool and collected in the locker room. He was a triple OC.
Triple OC, almost like a triple OG. But I'll tell you, great coaches have great relationships with their players. And those relationships go far beyond basketball. Most great coaches would talk to you 20% basketball, 80% life.
Triple OC, 80-20. Good stuff. Good stuff. Happy to be here with you two guys. It's very deep. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Thanks, homie.
We've got the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. So Detroit will get the first possession. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jennings and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because it just settles you down a little bit.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Monroe, no good. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, that actually excellent talent to make it special. And that combination is a winning one.
Shot from the wing. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Monroe.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Jennings against Rose. Here's Ilyasova. Connects on the 17-footer.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Here's Noah. Takes it off the glass. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Johnson outside. And Detroit again with the bucket. And here is Monroe. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And the offense, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Stan Van Gundy had a moment to share with me. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Ilyasova against Gasol. Jennings. Chicago grabs the miss. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Monroe's shot is good. The Pistons trailing. Outside Jennings. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, two major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy, and it's Butler in for Monroe. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Morris comes in for Ilyasova. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Jackson in for Caldwell Pope. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of the backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Now, here is Mirotic, following the miss by Jennings. Kept alive. Gasol dishes to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here's Jackson. Off the pick. And another shot. Morris with the bucket.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And it's Rose penetrating. Good. Rose has got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
No good from Gasol. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Jennings. Morris a screen. Jennings passes to Jackson. Off target from three-point range. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. It's the Bulls up 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
it's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of the day.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Chicago?
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
On the court for the Pistons, we've got Jackson. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Meeks in at the shooting guard position.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Pistons trail by 4. They might be named after a car part, but the Pistons had a rough go of things on the road. Clark just kind of had to use it. They just couldn't stay consistent away from home.
They couldn't. Only won 14 road games, and that number is not enough to get you to the playoffs.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Drummond working against Noah. They set the pick. Now here's Drummond. Not a lot of room. Fades away. And even 3-on-3 break. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
A free throw drops for Butler. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions. It finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Stolen by Monroe. Ring shot on the way. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Monroe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls, Clark, had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, a 2-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details of playoff basketball.
Bucket there, solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Get
Thanks a lot, Doris.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here's Jackson. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Drummond dishes to Ilyasova. Rejected by Monroe. Dumps it in right on top of Stanley Johnson. Oh, brother.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that. And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
Outside Jackson. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half. Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Pistons trail by 16. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Pass to Johnson. Back to Drummond. Noah with the block.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Tries again, and Monroe puts it in. Monroe's got 20 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Bulls lead by 18. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
They're getting completely outworked on the glass. Giving up that many rebounds is how you dig yourself into a hole like this, Ernie. They want to close the gap on the scoreboard. They got to close the gap on the boards. You like that, Ernie? They want to close the gap on the scoreboard. They got to close the gap on the boards. Oh, I'm so good.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Chicago leading by 18.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a good choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
At small and power forward, it's Dunleavy and Gasol. Derrick Rose is out there with Monroe, and it's Noah in at center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And it's sent back by Drummond. Johnson outside. Drummond with a screen on Rose. Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Monroe. Drummond a screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. The second effort. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. Drummond's got 8 points.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clarkie came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
First free throw is good.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. Marcus Morris comes in for Johnson. Noah hits them both. Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15-29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
So Stan Van Gundy is going to talk to his team here. Timeout.
And injuries once again were a central theme of the Bulls season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Jennings against Rose. Right side Jennings. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jennings has got 6. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clarkie can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
Mirotic has checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Meeks is checked in. And Monroe kicks it to Noah. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Monroe outside, out to the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Gasol kicks to Monroe. Just 5 on the clock. Mirotic the pass to Noah. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Pistons trail by 16. Here's Morris. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Morris has got his second basket of the night. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. The Bulls leading by 16. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And now 24 points for the Professor. The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Jennings kicks to Baines. Stolen by Noah. Rose dishes to Noah. Monroe left side. Outside Rose. 14 feet away. And Monroe. The bucket on the assist by Gasol. 26 points for the Professor. Pistons trail by 20. Ilyasova sets a screen for Jennings. Poked loose. Dishes it to Ilyasova. It's hauled in by the Bulls. To the left side wing. It's stolen by Morris. Passes it to Baines. Right wing. Meeks inside the three-point line. It's rebounded by Noah. Noah's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pulls up on the wing. It's Chicago with another bucket.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Rose passes to Noah. Here's Monroe. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. It's 28 points for the Professor.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Baines, covered by Noah. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
12 seconds left to play in the third. Now Rose. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Gets it off, and that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Chicago running away with it. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's Jackson. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Johnson is out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Assist goes to Stanley.
The Bulls leading by 20. Rose attacking, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone, as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
The Pistons making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Jackson against Rose, and stolen by Ilyasova. The drive by Jackson. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And back to Jackson. He really took on the playmaker role after being traded to the Pistons. As a Detroit player, he averaged over 9 assists a game, Clark, which would have put him 4th overall in the league had it been for a full campaign.
Loved his aggressiveness, which led to opportunities for his teammates, but it also led to turnovers. That part of his game he's got to tighten up.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts in Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Gasol. And again, Chicago. No good. And that one's good by Noah.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Stolen by Noah. Outside Butler. To the inside. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Butler. 12 points for Derrick Rose. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Drummond. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's Butler. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Outside Jackson. The feed to Ilyasova. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Rose attacking. Rebound by the Pistons. Ilyasova's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So happy. Rose with the ball. Already down by Jackson. Baseline J on the way. Noah's shot is off. Pistons trail by 19. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. Finished off the break.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Monroe. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Detroit also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Morris comes in for Johnson. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, take it himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Chicago making a switch here. Portis is checked in.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
Jackson against Butler. Jackson dishes to Morris. Detroit, no good that time either. The Bulls have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Butler uses both hands to slap it down.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletic.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the two things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. Jackson drives in. Here's Drummond. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Pal, this win was punctuated by some quality defensive plays. How important is the defensive execution to your success?
Well, defense got to be always our motor. If we get some stops, we're doing a good job defensively, everything will be okay from that point on. So we just got to continue to emphasize our defense.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact carried them through the entire game.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this guy. I'm getting jealous. And he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.